Hi everyone, Pat here at Creekside Gardens. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm already sweating. So I made a great idea of doing a how to water your plant tutorial. So what I'd like you to do is, if you haven't already got one of our planting instruction guides, look at that thoroughly. It explains the whole planting process and it covers the watering in general. Today I'm going to go a little bit more specific about watering. And the first thing I'd like to tell you is there's two principles that you need to understand. One, that there's not enough water that's going to fall from the sky that's going to fall in that one small little 1 square foot area to satisfy the needs of your plant. And two, it doesn't have an established root system yet to go out and seek water, so you need to bring the water to the plant. Two very important things to make you realize the amount of watering that you're going to need. When you start your watering, I'm going to recommend that you take off these attachments and take your hose. If you have a wand, that's great. If not, what I'd like for you to do is just put the volume of water about medium. You don't want a full flow on this, because what we want to do is slowly saturate the water into the soil. Having it go too fast just pushes it all around down away from the plant. And what I'd like for you to do is put it on a medium volume, and you are going to slowly water down around the root area where the ball was. And you will notice that water just absorbs super fast. And when it comes to the point where it just puddles up over the top, then you know that you've gone and got all of the area watered very well. So you do a circular motion back and forth. Make sure that it gets thoroughly absorbed. This could take a couple of minutes. This is not a 1 minute job. And you certainly don't just go up and water all over the tree. You just kind of go down around the ball area. Roses have a particular care that you want to make sure that you follow when you're watering them. They do not like to have their leaves wet. So the best way to do it is with a wand, and where you get down in underneath to the soil line and where the roots are actually at. That way you're not getting a lot of water onto the leaves. And the best time to water roses is early morning. If you water your roses or any other plants late in the afternoon, you're encouraging a fungus or a mildew. So the best practice is to water things early in the morning. Always avoid mid-afternoon watering unless it's a crisis. And if that's the case, you just want to get it down around the plant and not on the leaves. That could do some scorching. Hydrangeas, beautiful plant. We all love them. When they're blooming like this, they need twice as much watering as they would do without the flowers. They're trying to satisfy you with these glorious blooms, and you just need to help them out a little bit by giving them a little extra watering. Maybe 3-5 times a week you need to water your hydrangeas so that they stay hydrated and they don't start wilting. You'll see if they're in sun, they'll wilt rather easily. So you want to make sure that you give them the adequate amount of watering, especially during a high blooming period. If you have a whole long hedge of arborvitae, one of the practical solutions you could use is a soaker hose. Okay, what you'll do is you'll wind the hose in and out in between all the trees, and it has a very slow drip that comes out. It almost sweats out of the hose, and it'll water your arborvitae. It doesn't do all the watering you need, but it will be a very good benefit for you to have as a regimented addition to some hand watering at least once a week. And remember, folks, you always want to shop local. Creekside Gardens is an example, and everything in the nursery is 20% off. Have a great day.